Hey, boys and girls. It's time for Uncle Jay Explains the News. Now here's the guy who helps little minds understand big news stories, Uncle Jay.
Hi, boys and girls. Well, as you know, this is Uncle Jay's very last episode because it's the very last of everything. The world is coming to an end on Saturday. There's a group in California that is totally sure about this, even more totally sure than they were in 1994. But when you look at today's news, there are some signs. For instance, the front page of this week's National Enquirer is not Lindsay Lohan or Charlie Sheen or Snooki. It's Osama bin Laden. And trust me, you don't want to know his secret for losing 10 pounds in 5 days. And there are other signs too, which is why this week's news word is debacle. You're right, this should be pronounced debacle, but they do it that way just to annoy you. And it means disaster or catastrophe. Natural disasters can make people think that the end is near. And the terrible flooding that we've seen along the Mississippi River and in Canada are making a lot of people... Canada. You know, Canada, just north of the United States. Oh, well, maybe you don't. The American news media seems to forget them too. By the way, if we do survive past next Saturday, we'll all be warned about the next debacle by a new emergency texting system. It was announced last week, and it means everybody's cell phone will get a texted warning if there's, say, a nuclear attack. It could happen. Or a flood. We could use this right now. Or a tornado. There's plenty of season left. Or any kind of disaster of national proportions. Well, last week there was a small ultra-religious newspaper in Brooklyn, New York. When they printed that famous White House photo of the Situation Room, they photoshopped out the women. Out of respect for women, they said. Now, after a public outcry, they did apologize, but they never did print a version showing the men with proper respect. And there was a personal disaster that almost happened to that dude who got banned from his prom after using the side of his high school building to ask a girl to the prom. But then he got so famous that the school finally said okay, and now that prom will probably be attended by everybody who is anybody. We so excited. And now it's time to answer one of your news questions. This week it comes from Joel in Charleston. Hi, Joel. Joel writes, Dear Uncle Jay, my dad says that the Navy SEALs are getting too much attention. We all appreciate what they did, but too many details about it can endanger future operations. Thanks, Joel. Well, you're probably right. The details are fun, but we shouldn't just suddenly grab at the Navy SEALs just to be entertained. I mean, it's probably okay that we got to see Osama watching his favorite videos, but it's more important now that we just concentrate on getting his right-hand man. Don't forget, you can see more and send your questions at UncleJayExplains.com. Share this episode with your friends and check back every Monday when Uncle Jay explains the news. And remember, a great kid...